Nonetheless, we got to address our first topic of the evening. And I want to talk about Mr. Bane because Bane is super exciting. I know, Leo, I watched some of your live stream, dude. It was amazing, dude. And Leo, I want to start with you. I want to ask the question, how much praise does Hot Toys deserve for the upgrades and price for Bane 2.0? Because I think a lot of us have been praising this figure in general, but I think maybe we can go into a little bit more detail here in terms of like how Hot Toys really went all the way in for this figure.
Yeah, they did, bro.
Like, I mean, the only thing they could have done better, there are two things laid out. Get rid of the wrist peg somehow, and then also make the jackets real leather instead of pleather. Other than that, they fucking killed this. This is insane. So, Leo, how much credit do you think they deserve here? Because this body, everything involved, man.
I think they deserve a lot of credit, bro, to be quite honest.
Me
I mean,
too.
look, they were, I mean, say what you will. I mean, competition is what it is, but Hot Toys has been here. They're not going anywhere anytime soon. And I think that for them to do something like this, and also to let us know that, you know, even like the topper of the top half itself, all silicone, you know, silicone based, giving us the head sculpt with the purrs. I mean, being, as accurate as they can possibly be, even behind the neck with the scarring. You know, that was amazing. I love that they did that. And just the build, the proportions are really, really good. Even with the base, like, I mean, I know it's the same base that, you know, it is for Selena Kyle, but it makes sense. Like, it makes perfectly good sense that they would do something like that. You can remove the back of the base itself. You know, both, you know, you get three different looks. You get this look, you get that look, you get the with the other one with the other jacket. I think they did a bang up job with this, and basically with all the accessories, everything it comes with, it's worth the price, bro. I mean, I think that price is definitely decent. You know, I had no gripes about it because here's the thing, bro. I was surprised by it. I had no idea they were dropping this. I had no idea that this was going to be a, you know, re-release, you know, and a 2.0, you know, on top of that, which has me hopeful for the simple fact that we could possibly see a bit of retooling even for that Catwoman. I think, to be quite honest, bro, I think that they had to. They've known that a lot of people were pissed off at that Batman Begins. They don't want to make the same mistake twice. There's going to be a lot of things going on right now going forward. And I think that, like I said, when they produce a product, they deserve the credit. Like any company who, you know, we've been talking for like the last couple of weeks, you know, of, you know, about Inart, you know, Aragorn and, you know, the Joker figure and what they produce. We know that New Kid on the Block, they're going to do well. They're showing improve. I was talking about this earlier, Will, on, you know, Collectors Lounge. We were talking about your video and how your video, like just watching everybody else's, yours was the most honest. And what I meant by that is that
about Joker.
Yeah. Like you basically told us, you know, you liked it, but then you also gave us things that needed to be improved. And I'm like, I agree with it just by watching it. I was like, yeah, that makes perfectly good sense. So yeah, I like that level of honesty. Even though it's a good figure, we got to always talk about the things that need to be improved because not everything's going to be 100%. Even like with this particular figure, you talk about the wrist pegs, the jackets. Yes, you know, it definitely is something they can improve on. But from what they've given us thus far with this piece, bro, I am all in. It looks so good. And that's crazy because it started for me, like that journey down here to this, you know, lane of getting back into the Dark Knight started with the DX19, then the Tumbler, you know what I mean? Then getting the Batman Begins, you know, paying off the Selena Kyle, you know, getting the Bat Pod and stuff like that. Once you do it, like being a completion is like, okay, whatever. Having a Joker and then this drops, I'm like, yo, like literally, but it also proves that they're listening to us, bro, that they are listening. But again, like we said from the very beginning, competition spawns, you know, elevation, innovation, you know what I mean? And I think that's definitely what they've actually done with this piece, bro. So I'm all in for it. I actually ordered through Kit. I did actually pre-order through Kit. Yeah,
bro,
so I got through Kit. I just don't want to make the same mistake twice, you know, insanity. You already know how that is, man. So I was like, you know what? I'll go through Kit, get this piece. And the thing is, I like the simple fact that when you order through Kit, they send you a nice little message, let you know, whatever, you know, thank you for whatever. It was, you know, pretty good. But yeah, I went through there. I had to get the first batch, bro, because again, this thing is incredible. I can't wait to have it in my collection, and I don't want to wait. Like, I just don't want to wait. I want once it drops, I want that in hand. So yeah, I'm excited about it, man. I'm excited for where Hot Toys can go from here. I just hope they get back to consistency. That's what I'm hoping. So we'll just have to wait and see.
I hope so too, bro. And Layout, honestly, man, I gotta say, because I was chatting with Optical about this when they originally announced it before they put it up on Sideshow, and we were both thinking, I was like, this is gonna be $350. I
Yeah,
was like, this is probably gonna be 350, and they put it 309. We both were like,
yeah,
damn, that's a
yeah.
really good deal
That's a
considering
good
this body.
deal.
Because Optical was telling me this type of body costs at least 120, $150,
Yeah, bro.
like just the
Hmm.
body.
Just the
So, and
body
then they
alone,
put the
man.
All
scar and
110.
stuff that they put into it. And this is 309. Like
Yeah,
this
bro.
is honestly, for the people that might think this is a little high price, I think that's crazy. Like this is really well
Nah,
priced,
bro.
honestly.
For what you're getting
Yeah.
with this, when you think about this again, and I got to go back to it, bro. This is still for everything that you actually get with this less than what it would actually cost for that stupid ass Thor Love and Thunder figure. You
Yep.
know what I mean?
100%.
Like it's still less, but I think it's 10 times better. The body, the proportions are 10 times better. This gives me hope for even Guardians of the Galaxy because it's going to be a last hurrah. They're going to give us another Drax, and I hope that they follow suit with this, bro. They do it this particular way. It would be great for them. But like this right here, just it makes me feel good about the future of where Hot Toys can go, bro. And I think the price for this, you like you said, bro, you can't beat that price for this. You definitely can't beat that, man. I'm all in on it.
No, me too, man. And Carlos, what do you think about this, man? Is this going to be an exciting one for you? I know you and I have talked about this about pre-ordering it or not. So where do you fall on how much credit Hot Toys deserve for this? Because I think they
Yeah.
deserve a lot of credit here.
I definitely agree. I think they deserve a lot. It's like when they do good, man, we gotta praise them. It's like when they did the Vader with the
Mhm.
cracked skull and everything. So I see this as one of those like top tier prototype. There can always be improvements. Sure, even with like in art, there can always be
Mhm.
something.
Mhm.
My only nitpick, here is gonna be nitpick here is gonna be the coat. I don't really care about the wrist peg. At the end of the day, they are figures. You do want to articulate them. It's interesting that She-Hulk got a seamless wrist, but he didn't. But I'm assuming it's because it's more posable. I don't know, but I just wish the coat was going to be pleather. But aside from that minor inconvenience, because I know not everyone's going to deal with the pleather problem. I know Leo. I don't think you've ever dealt with it aside
Yeah,
from your
no.
Wando. I think.
Yeah, the
Um,
Wanda was the only figure that I dealt. I mean, it's crazy, bro. Like how quickly that thing. I hadn't had it but like 2 weeks in automatic, and I
Damn.
didn't even pose it a lot, bro. That's the thing.
yeah,
I just had it in
yeah,
display, and it just started peeling. And now, if you touch it,
yeah,
it's gonna fall apart. Plain and simple.
yeah. So that's kind of the downside. So
Yeah.
I won't pre-order just because at this point, um, for this, even if Sideshow sells out, there's available, KG 16 somewhere you're going to be able to buy it. And just with J&D coming into the picture, and I'm gonna wait. Maybe if someone by the end of the year, if maybe someone does a Bane that's gonna be real pleather or sort of real leather. But man, just going back to the hot toy thing, man, this is great. Like as a top, prototype, it's exactly what we want to see. I mean, Hot Toys is doing great. I think they could really top this if they were to release like a bank Robert Joker. Is that what it is? Yeah. So
Yeah.
so that would be a really great addition to this. Hopefully, and it'll be really cool is if they release the camel tumbler and they repurpose the ones that they can't sell. That would be pretty cool because I think they did something similar with the Mark 50s. But yeah, man, I think this is great. I'm really hesitant because I don't want to pre-order anything, and this is one of those pieces that's really making it difficult for me.
Same.
But I don't want to pre-order nothing, and this is one of those where it's like, damn, like I don't want to cave in, but I just might. You know what I mean? So that's kind of where I'm at, bro.
That's
So
how I feel. Because Carlos, you and I talked about this pretty extensively. Because I was just like, bro, I got to pre-order Bane. You were like, don't pre-order Bane. I was like, I'm gonna pre-order Bane, dude. I was like, I can't help it because I'm just too excited about this figure. I know, like Layout too. It's just, man,
I did. I did it
I just
because, like
love
I
this
said,
figure.
I'm not wasting time on it, and for me, is I rather secure it and not have to worry about it in the end. But at the
Right.
same time, it's who I'll go through to get it. You know what I
Sure.
mean?
Sure.
And that's where I sit. You know what I mean? I just looking around at everybody. Looking at and this. And the thing is, it's like I had to kind of do a revamp. Just go around and look at what we got from just look at all the reviews and people's reviews on certain companies and stuff like that. And yeah, man, I think it's definitely worth it to me, man. It's just to go ahead and do it.
I
I
I will
mean,
say this. Typically, one of the things I always recommend is if you're limited on budget, which I think based on what I'm seeing, most people can get like 10 figures or so a year.
Yeah, right.
Then this is one of those characters that you can definitely be aggressive with, because we're going to see a ton of Mandos, a ton of, we're going to see another heavy Mando. We're going to see a bunch of these, but they're not going to make a Bane every 2 years. They're not going to make him every 3 years because he's done, so characters that are quote unquote done, you can be aggressive. So that's kind of what I'm like, I do want to pre-order him because it's typically what I would do. I would be aggressive on characters that are done essentially. And this would be one. The Batman Forevers would be one, Wenwu would be one. So this is one of those that's like, yeah, this is done. And it's really tempted me,
What's dope about it is that you don't, necessarily there's no retooling after this. There's no retooling that they have to do with the head sculpt at all. Because literally,
it's done.
If this is what you're giving us, like it's covered, you don't, if you get that wrong, then there's a problem. You know what I mean? So
right.
Yeah.
But they nailed the
eyes.
eyes. The eyes of Tom Hardy, they absolutely got.
Yeah, they killed it, bro. Versus because I saw the head sculpt of this one versus because I didn't actually get the other version, but I looked, but somebody had a picture of both versions, and when you look at it, it's like, wow, like that's a major difference, man.
Can you pull up Collector's Chris?
Yeah,
comment, because I know he said like in our, so the thing, and Collector Chris, it's actually something that me and Will were talking about. Was like, yeah, if NR does it, it's gonna be like 480, 500, because a custom leather is like 300 or 400, right? So this would be more expensive. The problem is that NR isn't even done with their phase 1 figures. So they need to announce phase 2. So that could be a year from now, 2 years from now. You just don't know. And you don't know what's going to be on phase 2 at that moment. So that's the problem. The only thing here is like J&D comes in and they come in with Bane as their first figure. That would be the only problem. I don't see NR as a problem right now because it will be too late. I would already have a Bane in my hands and I'd be like, well, if my Bane cost me 300 and theirs is 500, I'm like, or more, right? I'm like, well, I'll just stick with Hot Toys and get like a custom leather or something at that piece, or just, wait until it peels,
And the thing is, that just like when they released the Nightmare Batman, there was a third party company that released the jacket, you know what I mean? And it was spot on. You know what I mean? So I bet you they're going to probably do something.
And then it's cheaper. Yeah. And then you're done. Yeah. So that's the thing. Like the only thing that could ruin this, and then when I mean ruin, it's like be competitive, is J&D. NR is not even going to be competitive for this because it'll be too late. By that time we would already have a Bane in our hands. We would already have paid for it. It would just be too done. It'll be too late. Because unless they add them to phase 1, but I doubt they're going to do that. Well, J&D would be the only competition.
The thing that I would say here,
and if J&D does it, I'm. The thing is, I'm just telling you now, I'm not buying from J&D. I'm just saying that now because I don't buy.
But we don't know their price point though.
Yeah, but I know their price point for statues, and I've never bought one. You know what I mean? So again, we don't know the price point yet, but at the same time, even J&D, they can be a hit or miss too.
100%.
So it's just waiting.
Brand new body, like you wouldn't even know. Like the only way if J&D was to announce something, I would say if they partner with someone like is it called TB League, right? Is that
TB League?
Yeah, TB League. Yeah. Then I would be like, okay, but if they were to be like, yeah, we design a brand new body, I'm like, fuck no, because you guys can barely even do your third skills right sometimes. So pass.
And am I right by saying that majority of the Hot Toys artists that we knew about jump ship and went to J&D as well?
They did.
Like some of them did.
Some of them, like I think the guy who made Yondu is with J&D, if I'm not mistaken.
Isn't it Kojin? Kojin's
yeah.
He's the owner or whatever.
He's with them.
Yeah, but I would say, I mean, the one thing, like to piggyback on what Carlos and Leal said before Dean hops in here, is like if you're waiting on NR per se, that's probably going to take at best 3 to 4 years. I mean, you're probably not getting a Bane for 3 to 4 years, because John mentioned, I think on Riley's show, where he was like, I'm trying to convince them to do a Bane, so they're not even like set on Bane yet. So that, and they probably are going to do one, and like Carlos said, J&D is probably going to do one too, but this one's $300 and it's pretty fucking good.
It's
decent,
it's
bro. Like, and it's like, and those companies have to figure out how to do seamless bodies. Hot Toys already kind of knows who to partner with and what to do, and they nailed this one. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. Like, Ryu from Iconic is probably one of the best figures I have, and they partner with TB League, right? So I'm like, okay, that's why I trusted it. So if J&D comes in with something like that,
and plus they're doing that I can't wait till they let me know about
Muhammad?
Ali, man.
Yeah, but I don't think
Muhammad Ali. I still got to pick that up, Leia. I'm gonna
right.
get
But
it.
that's my
Yeah.
point, right? Like now that's like quality. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we'll see, man. But this is very tempting for me.
Yeah, me too.
Mhm.
I'm probably going to pre-order it. But anyway, so Dean, I want to let you hop in, bro. Sorry for the delay on that one. I want to hear your thoughts here. Well, how much credit do you think Hot Toys deserves for this Bane here? I can't wait to hear this. Go ahead, Dean.
Yeah, I don't dislike it. I mean, it's a 2.0. It's better than the original one. You know, that's cool to see. But it's a figure we've already gotten. So, like, I'm so sick of Hot Toys coming out with the same shit over and over again. It's like, I want to see some new stuff. But I guess there really isn't new stuff to come out with. I don't know. I don't know what the alternative would be. Like, I'm like giving them
Avatar?
benefit of the doubt. Yeah, well, they showed
they did
some
the two main
Avatar
characters,
and-
so.
yeah, it's cool. Like, I guess, but yeah, I don't know. I'm also not a fan of these movies, so it's hard for me
Right.
to get excited about it. But credit where credit is due, it looks infinitely better than the 1.0 version. I mean, night and day different.
I'm gonna
figure.
pre-order this.
It looks really good.
Me too. See, Carlos, I'm glad you came around, bro.
That's crazy to hear
Got
Carlos
to,
say he's
bro.
gonna pre-order. a
Shit's
figure.
hot. This is the thing is, it's like, because when I look at it, bro, I look at this figure because we're looking at how they're going down the line right now. And if you known that we were going to get Selena Kyle, we saw that and we knew that we were going to get this soon. You know what I mean? Like, they're going down that particular line in releasing. I'm just glad that it was retooled, and that gives me hope for Selena. I'm hoping. Now, again, it's a hope. I'm not saying that that's what they're going to do. I'm just saying it's a hope that they could possibly do something, you know, with that too. I mean, I don't know if we're going to talk about the Wonder Woman figure later on, but that one, silicone, how they actually did that body was decent. The paint apps, I mean, at least it matches. It's the polar opposite for what we've gotten from the Justice League and BVS. So again, better. But yeah, it's. I mean, look at that, bro. Like, if looking at the body, you know, but comparing it between both, I'm like, damn, really, y'all did that, Hot Toys? Like, why the fuck? But yeah, it looks good.
I mean,
man.
honestly,
Even
and this is one of my favorite
screenshots.
characters. Sorry, Dean. Go
Yeah.
ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, even screenshots like from the movie side by side, this body is so much better. Because
Right.
some people were saying it's too bulky.
I saw
and I'm
that,
like,
and I was like, no.
what are you
Nah,
talking
no.
about? They
Nah.
pretty much nailed it. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Right.
But you're never gonna. No one's ever gonna be like fully happy. That's part
That's
of
just
the
because I
community.
still hate it.
Yeah.
Right. That's indie community. It just is.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
No,
I
that's
would
just
say,
community.
well, I think it goes with Star Wars, Game of Thrones, anything Last of Us. But I will say, like, as far as this figure goes, I mean, look at that. Like we talked about, like the scar textures, right? That part in the upper right here, like that is, and look on the head. That is beautiful. That is so accurate.
Here's
to
a
the film.
question though.
Yeah.
Mhm.
How is this gonna affect Drax? Can he be done because he has tattoos?
Well, Drax has the
everywhere?
tattoos, so I'm not sure. I think that's more in depth than this is. Like, for example, I mean, Gore is not on Bane's level.
Maybe
or
that's
the
why
God
we
Butcher.
haven't gotten one until.
Right.
I mean, even now, there's.
Well,
It's going to
Drax
be costly.
on it.
That's going to be
Drax
costly.
also has
bro.
the suit on in the third film, at least for a decent point of the film. So they might just make that. They might make him in the
Yeah.
team suit, so to speak. You know,
Yeah.
That's
That's going
what
to be
I'm
interesting to see. Like, if they keep with the actual, excuse me, team suit, then all they have to worry about is just the arms. I mean, the thing is, I just want the bulk. You know, if they give us the bulk, if they make it more accurate to the figure, because I'm saying, if you see something like that, then there's no excuse to go backwards. You know what I mean? If you're producing something like this, then to go backwards, you're only setting yourself up. You know what I mean? Because then people are always going to compare to this, be like, well, you did this with Bane. How come you can't do? You know what I mean? It becomes that type of discussion. So
right?
I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, guys, we want to move on from this one because we've got a lot
I
of
just
topics
pre-ordered him.
Where'd you get it from?
Kit.
Nice. Yeah, I got to message Kit and be like, dude, how quick? Because I don't know how quick Kit gets them. I think he gets them pretty quick for Hot Toys, but I'm not exactly sure. So
Yeah.
I assume since he's overseas, he gets them pretty quick, but I'm not sure how quick exactly. Because I've bought a bunch of third-party stuff from him, but I've never bought Hot Toys from him. So and I bought NR from him and stuff, but I guess we'll see.